buy a Peloton bike. Do a bike ride indoors if you're scared to go out.
I don't know what a Peloton bike is.
Yeah, I think it's like a normal, you know those bikes, the Tour de France?
Whenever you say that, I imagine those bikes with the front wheel is a massive wheel and the small wheel in the back. You know the ones?
An idiot.
Peloton. That's what I'm imagining.
I ride Peloton to the bed.
Diablo.
Welcome to another episode of No Grandmas Allowed. You're joined again with Imran and friend from high school, JJ. JJ,
What up?
What's happening?
Not much, bro. Absolutely not much, thanks to the coronavirus.
Same here. If you said anything otherwise, I would have been surprised.
Should have laughed.
That's when you're not bothered for a fake laugh. And you just
Look
go,
how professional I am. I'm trying to set my mic up as we're recording.
Yeah, we're having some. We had some audio issues because we're still noobs, and so we thought we'd try getting the microphone closer or something like that. And now JJ looks like an idiot. But what's the difference?
Fuck you.
between the average JJ?
How's the isolation going?
Good, bro. I think. I mean, it's not good that people are suffering, but staying at home it's a good time to do some DIY around the house.
Oh yeah. What'd you do?
I've finally finished the flooring around the house, and I learned how annoyed I get with myself when I make a fuck ton of errors because I was learning as I was going along.
Being bored.
And I made a fuckload of errors.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
No, nothing.
Good. So then I'm like, for example, when I put the floor down, the doors, when you swing them open, they were scraping against the floorboards. So I had to take the doors off and hand saw the bottom of the doors. First of all, hard work.
Oh, suck shit.
And then this is, if anyone says to me, hey, Imran, do you have any enemies? I would be like, no, but now I do have an enemies. You know what that is? I have an enemies. And
who's the enemies?
The enemies are those assholes, and I'm sure tradies could agree to this, is assholes who paint on fucking screws. It took me what was supposed to take like 5-10 minutes just to undo the screws on the door hinge so I can get the door off. Took bro like half an hour, 45 minutes, because I had to chip the paint off the screws, and that took ages. So I'm there with a razor blade going, going, oh, I'm hindered.
Oh, where?
I grabbed the screw. I'm like, fuck your mum and your mum's mum. Just tossed it. Now I've got like lost screws.
It doesn't have feelings. So I'm glad you had a good time, man.
Yeah, great time. Getting angry at myself. And my missus is like, don't get so angry. I don't like it when you're angry.
Don't get angry, yeah. It's because she's from Sweden.
That's more like a Turkish response. Don't get angry, yeah.
No, that's more, don't get angry.
What about you? What's been happening with you? Still just...
Yeah, no, I've just been staring at walls, man. Making sure everything's a wall at home. And also, now and then, I get the urge to play FIFA. Just to piss myself off, I'll put on extra difficult. I lose 5-0, I don't finish the game, I just get angry, then I'm just sad at home, bored.
Sounds like you've got psychosis.
I think so, bro. Seriously, I think I'm going crazy. You know what it is? It's the option of not being able to go out. That's what's pissing me off. I want to have the option.
Yeah, I don't know if you were part of the podcast when we were talking about it, but you got options indoors. There's heaps of things you can do.
No, but the option of going outdoors, like just that is just annoying me. I don't know. You know what it is? Where? Big deal.
Yeah, probably because when people feel like, oh shit, I can't leave. And they feel like they're
it's not
in
just
prison.
that. It's just like the police here. If you don't have a reason to be out, so if it's not essential to go get groceries or go see a chick or whatever, if you don't have a proper reason, you get a hefty fine. It's like 11 grand.
What?
Yeah.
So how can you prove it?
Yeah, you have to prove it, and if you don't prove it, then you cop the fine.
what kind of proof do they require from you?
Welcome to the
Let's
police
say you got
state,
to
bro.
get essential items or something.
Yeah. Where you going? Which Woolies? Or if you do have groceries, do you have the receipt?
Right, so they've got those powers.
Yeah, they've got a lot more power now.
What about if you just said, I've got to go toilet?
I don't know, he'll say, prove it. And I'll be like, come with me.
I'll
just chuck shit in front of the copper.
That's the thing. See, I mean, I can just go. I can go. I don't mind. But, I mean, isn't it kind of a subjective thing?
They can wipe my ass if they want.
So, can't you go for a walk?
You can do exercise. So you can go for a run. You can go for a walk.
Yeah.
Other than that, you know what it is? It's all in the head, bro. It's just like, they're making it difficult for me to go outdoorsies. Yeah. And then I just complain and whinge because I can't do anything else, really.
Yeah, you're annoying that way.
Yeah.
So, I thought, I'll try something a bit different this week.
Mm-hmm.
Not majorly different. It's always a stories with us. I remember an embarrassing moment in high school, right?
Yeah. Good on you.
Hopefully, if we do have anyone from Arthur Phillip High School watching,
don't listen.
So in high school, this is in like, I think year 8, year 9, and I'm like 14, 15. And in the science classes, we had stools. That was the chairs.
Yeah.
Like, as if, because they were all like science benches, so we're all sitting at stools.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I had the habit of always rocking on my chair, and the teacher says it, and like even your classmates will say, "Stop rocking on your chair, you'll fall over." And you're like, "Nah."
No, you're more like, nah.
No. No.
No. And then every time you stacked it, you go,
Man, this is why I am like how I am, because you cunts bullied me so much in fucking high school. Anyway.
I didn't even know who the fuck you were in high school. That's how cool I was.
Yeah, true. I got a lot of post-high school bullying.
Yeah, motherfucker.
I was sitting on the stool and rocking back and forth. And then the stool slipped from underneath me. I was sitting next to Arkin. Yeah. And the stool slipped from underneath me. And I fell into the stool. First of all, laughter. That's immediate reaction. No one gives a fuck in high school. Everyone just laughs. No one gives a fuck.
You seem a bit traumatized.
No, one person's like, "Oh no, I hope he's not hurt." No, it's just his leg's gone.
You're so stupid. Oh fuck! How'd you manage to finish uni?
And I was stuck. On top of that, like I can sitting there going, I'm like, I'm stuck because I'm laughing too now.
I'm stuck. Yeah.
I was stuck in the stool. Didn't
I'm
help
stuck
me.
in the
I was
stool,
so embarrassed,
guys.
bro.
Help me! My name's Imran.
The more eyes you look at, the more embarrassing it gets. The more your self-confidence just fucking plummets, man.
Why is everyone staring and not helping? That was you. I remember clearly.
Oh, I've got this is another one, right? I've got a habit of like moving my arms a lot when I'm laughing or having a good time. Yeah, that's me. Oh man, I'm so happy.
It's just so funny.
I had a ruler in my hand. I was laughing at something someone said, and I went, tossed the ruler. It went out the fucking window behind me.
What a fucking uncle dog you were.
Huh?
What?
Yeah. Do you have any sort of embarrassing moments that you can remember from high school? Oh yeah. So you never made any mistakes?
No, yeah. I don't make mistakes. I don't lose, bro. I learn. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I guess you're perfect then. Well, we can move on from that segment. Thanks for cutting that short.
You know who knows I'm perfect? Pat. He knows I'm perfect.
I don't agree at all.
Today, you know about the Cardinal from Australia. He was on trial for sexual abuse and all that.
Yeah, George Pell.
Yeah. He got found not guilty. How happy are you?
What? Really?
Yeah.
Bro, that is funny.
I bet it is funny to you.
He was on Q&A with Richard Dawkins. I don't know if you know who Richard Dawkins is.
Yeah, I know Richard Dawkins.
And Right, so Richard Dawkins, evolutionary biologist, and
Yeah.
also fucking raging atheist. This
Yeah.
guy's like almost an extremist atheist. Raytheist.
Raytheist.
Oh, I'm an extreme raytheist. And he was sitting on Q&A, and there were... it was obviously going back and forth in terms of religion questions and answers. And then George Pell talked something about going on some sort of a retreat or some sort of a holiday or something with like a whole bunch of kids, and then everyone starts laughing.
That's called Ivy Sundays to him.
And then like dun, 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 dun. I know, bro. Do you remember at Roxy's? Every fucking weekend they would play that song. Dun, 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 dun,
You got
dun,
to show
dun, dun.
me love.
Bro, no, every time we heard that song, we're like, oh yeah, Roxy's.
Every walk in the club, brother, this is my jam, bro. It fuels me, gets me, man.
Yeah, every single guy, every fucking Sunday, bro. Then, like it was a surprise that they were going to put that song on. Then, they go, oh, no shit,
my
bro.
broom bomb about to go off.
And it was always like at least one person was doing this move.
Yeah. You mean 50% of the club.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, fucking hell. What were we talking about?
Oh yeah, pill. The kind of pill. Yeah. But he got found guilty in 2018, but then now all the stuff has been dropped against him because there wasn't any fucking proper evidence to prove that he did all that. But the thing is,
right.
what is proper proof to sexual abuse, bro? Do you need to see the little kid get done?
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, take the whole Michael Jackson Neverland documentary thing. I mean, all of that is just hearsay.
Exactly. And the guy, the thing is, look, Connor Pearl got found not guilty. He's alive to prove that himself that he was not guilty. Michael Jackson, bro, this cunt's dead. He can't defend himself.
Yeah, that's another
and they're
thing.
putting shit on him. At least Connor Pearl can defend himself.
Yeah, how's that?
Yeah.
And what about, okay, fine, if we're talking about taking advantage of people, Harvey Weinstein's in jail.
Yeah, well, he's going to die soon, bro. I think if he doesn't off himself, I think the coronavirus will get to him.
Yeah, how's that? Like, right around the time coronavirus kicked in, you hear fucking nothing about Harvey Weinstein, but he is in jail.
Yeah,
like,
but everyone in Hollywood knew about Harvey Weinstein, but never said nothing because they all want to be the next Batman. So, if you got to suck a few dicks to get Batman, alright.
Well, yeah, I mean, and then on top of that, to top that off, who knows what's going to happen to him while he's in jail? Fuck, imagine knowing that.
Nothing, bro. Nothing's going to happen, man. He's going to be protected because all he has to do is pretty much say, if you don't protect me inside to the government, I'm pretty sure he's got a lot of fucking dirty secrets about people in power and parties that he may have hosted, you know what I mean? Just like that other guy.
I know a dirty secret about you. Oh, yeah, what is it? Miss Lippy's car
is green. He called the shit poop.
Billy likes to drink soda. Such a shit PI, bro. I love that guy.
Oh, yeah. And then, that podcast, History of Hyenas in America, those two comedians, Chris Stefano and Giannis Papas. So I was listening to one of the shows and they said that Giannis, he's Greek, but he's 25% Turkish and he's full spewing that he is. So I messaged him and would be like, the Turkish community of Sydney, Australia backs our brother Giannis. Well done, my Turkish brethren. and then they replied. And they're like, thanks for the support, babes. Stay safe.
Okay, yeah. Nice. He's probably thinking, wow, who's this guy that represents the whole Turkish community? Anyway. Oh, cool. It's the mayor of where?
You're welcome. The mayor of You're Welcome.
Talking about our mayor, there's a time where we went to... So, okay, there's a whole story behind how JJ set up fooling all of his friends to go and have a bachelor party in Queensland, right? So why don't you tell us about how you fucking scammed us into going on this holiday, dude?
So, I was engaged. Okay, this is about was it 2013? 2013.
Shit,
And
was it 7 years ago?
man.
Fucking hell.
And fucking, it didn't work out. It was 2 months before the wedding, but the boys all organised. Shout out to Charla organising it, not Kadir. And Kadir's gonna burn when he hears that. They organised. They planned the Bucks the weekend to Gold Coast, Surfers Paradise. Everything was paid for. Everything was in place, ready to go. All we need to do is all attend. So, but I broke up 2 months before the wedding, and all the boys were like, "Fuck, what do we do? Do we fucking still go? Do we cancel? Do we get our money back?" Kadir called up places, whatnot. Some places were non-refundable. Our flights were non-refundable. Things like that. And then they all planned to go. Then they tell me, they go, "Jay, whether you get married or not, we're still going, right?" I go, "Yeah, fucking oath, but let's party, bro. We'll still call it a Bucks, though." So I didn't spend any money thanks to it being called my Bucks. So we called it the JJ's fake Bucks, and she was not happy when she found out. But yeah, that first night, we got so tanked. I got so buckled. There was a point where I go, "I'll be back." I remember that part. I remember going, "I'll be back."
Yeah.
And then I was on Cavill Ave, which is the main strip in Gold Coast where all the clubs and strip clubs are. I'm in the middle of the road, pretty much sitting down on a stool, going, and then you guys found me like what, a couple of hours later.
We went. So we went through this I forgot what it was called, but it's like Infinity or something, and it was like a light museum, but it's like a fun light museum thing.
So
you go through, it's like you go through some rooms and they flash different lights, and you go and do different activities and stuff like this. You go through like with a whole bunch of mates. Mind you, we're all quite drunk, and we're going through this thing. JJ's at the back, all right, and then there was one point where one of the rooms, there's like it was all like the walls were inflatable and it pushes you from left to right. And then I remember we walked out. You were behind me. We were at the very back of the group. And I looked at you and you looked like someone took your soul out of your body. You were so lost.
Yeah, bro. I was so annoyed. I fucking get claustrophobic, bro.
Yeah, that, and you weren't yourself. No. You know, like when someone gets drunk enough, they're not themselves. They're just someone else entirely. Yeah. And I look at you and I'm like, "Bro, are you okay?" And you're like, "Bro, I don't know what's happening." You were just so lost. And then
everyone's having fun. Go, okay. Just enjoying it. "Oh, bro, where's the exit?"
And then we finally get outside. That's the last time I see you. We're all outside in a group. "Let's go do this now." Yeah. Everyone walks off. And then we get into a club and you're not there. And I'm thinking maybe he's gone to the toilet or something. Gone. Anyway, we're all tired at this point. So we all go back to the hotel. We're sitting in the hotel room and we're like, "Where's JJ?" We were all so fucked. We never paid attention that you weren't with us the entire time. Yeah, we were up in the hotel, bro. We did a full-on migration and you weren't there the whole time. Like, that's how fucked everyone was.
Yeah.
Next thing, we're calling. You're not picking up your phone. Finally, we find you and we're like, "Jay, are you okay, bro?" And you're like on the phone going, "Bro, I don't know where I am, but I'm coming back to the hotel now." And it's been like a couple hours. Yeah. So in that time, anything could have happened. You could have got fucked anally. Anything.
Exactly. But luckily I didn't, man. So thank fuck for that.
Yeah, who knows? I thought I'd try this out. We were talking about some conspiracy theories in the past couple of episodes. Yeah. So I looked at a list of some ridiculous conspiracy theories. Ones that are too ridiculous for, I don't know how people believed in this in the masses. Yeah. Here's one. Chemicals in the water are turning frogs gay.
Huh?
How is that a thing? How is that a thing? Alex Jones, one of Jones's most notorious conspiracy theories is that the government is using chemicals in order to turn people gay, using a mysterious gay bomb revised by the Pentagon. So why would this be an aim? That's my question.
Oh, fuck me.
Okay, we got to get together and we got to turn people gay, but let's test it on frogs first.
Ribbit.
Alex Jones sitting somewhere in the river. Hey, those two those two frogs had dicks. This is the Pentagon.
Let me get my fucking Pentagon NASA infused fucking gay powder.
What a fucking stupid. How is that something on the masses? Who's sitting there going, oh man, we've got to crack down onto this?
But put it this way, didn't they? People believe that the earth is flat. So, cunts are going to believe whatever the fuck they want, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how is that even plausible? Like, some of these conspiracy theories, okay, they actually have some sort of structure to it that kind of makes sense in the real world. Okay? Like, has this one. Saddam Hussein had a Stargate.
What the fuck's a Stargate?
The theory that the Second Gulf War was waged in order to close a Stargate owned by Saddam Hussein, thus preserving the ambitions of the New World Order and preventing an alien invasion of Earth, is not exactly widespread. However, if you study the picture above closely, it looks closely suspicious, like Saddam could be saying, Stargate? Yeah, mate, it's out the back. Want to have a look? And that's evident enough for us. What?
Bro, some people are that too deep into conspiracy theories that there's no way out for them. Because if let's just say they all stop believing in different conspiracy theories, or stop believing in most conspiracy theories, their life's over. They got nothing to live for anymore. That's like the flat Earth theory people. You know what I mean? It's been proven so many times. I've even watched the documentary on Netflix about them trying to prove that the Earth's flat. They proved themselves wrong 3 times on the documentary, and they still believe that the Earth is flat. So some people just go all in. It's all in or nothing.
Yeah, the climactic ending is they ultimately prove with the devices that they've invested in that the Earth isn't flat. So to me, it just seems like that's still not enough to convince them otherwise. So of course these conspiracy theories will live on. It's just like a proof of stubbornness.
Yeah, it is. It's stubbornness. It's something that they live for now. So if they don't have that, they've got nothing. You know what I mean? So their purpose in life is to now just fucking believe in that hype and now try to spread the false word of that.
It's like saying, it's like a crazy person saying, I'm not insane. If you tell them, okay, I don't think you're right because here's the proof. Well, to them, you're probably working for the government and you're against the theory. Somehow the government's reached out to a close friend, even someone that they trust, and said, hey, listen, he's stumbling onto our shit. Don't agree on what he's saying. And we'll pay you or we'll... It's like, come on, man. Is that even realistic? Who in the government is listening to this shit? That's
like the whole coronavirus shit now. You just don't know what to believe or how it came about. Nothing. Now, all of a sudden, these 5G towers, that conspiracy theory is popping up now. It's because of the radiation from the 5G towers. That's why everyone's getting coronavirus.
Yeah, and they've... I don't
know. It started from a bat. Now we're talking about fucking 5G towers. Come on, bro. It just seems to me that conspiracy theorists are just stretching for an answer.
Yeah, I guess this is quite normal. Anytime there's some sort of a big event, there's always a whole bunch of people that think that they're stumbling onto something when it's just like, oh, we're bored at home because we can't leave the fucking house.
No.
So we, let's collaborate and do something together. Anyway, bored cunts. So, okay, all right. So if we're talking about the realm of mystery and ooh and ahs, what's the most, if you can't answer it, don't worry, I've got an example. What's the most scariest experience you've ever had? Scariest. Ghosts and whatnot, of that nature.
Okay, no, I got one. I wasn't scared, but just the story's funny. So there's a abandoned hospital in, I think La Perouse in South Sydney. And we all went. There was like
Magic
3.
Kingdom.
Like that's another place as well. But the one we went to, we went 3 carloads of boys. We're driving, and then a few boys jumped the fence to go in. I didn't. But all you hear is like 2 dogs go, or you see 3 boys come jump out. Or the boys that are driving, they're in the car going, jump in. And a Couchard swan dives through the window and jumps into the passenger seat like that. Because we weren't stopping for him.
Oh, that's so good. I love the panic. Well, I got one. This is you and I, okay? This is definitely one of the most scariest experiences I've ever had. But I was too curious to leave, and that pissed you off. So we were at we used to go. You and I used to go Balmain fishing. We used to go fishing, and we used to pop out a nargile shisha. Yeah,
go on.
Yeah, bro. I'll never forget that. We had okay, so we normally go fishing and we have a shisha, right, nargile, and we're like, bro, let's go. We used to go like 11 o'clock at night because it was just, we used to work on hospitality on the weekends. During the week, it was our time. We thought we'd go and have a chill sesh. We drive. We get to this dead end, this cul-de-sac, right? At the end of this cul-de-sac, there's a fishing wharf. Or there's a ferry wharf, right? So we normally park up and we walk up and go. Anyway, we park on the street. Right where we park on the street, on our left is a whole series of townhouses with these black fences on the front of these townhouses. And this guy, immediately, as soon as you get your eyes on him, you're like, wow, that's weird, because he's not walking straight and normal like a normal person. This guy's clinging onto the fence, walking sideways. Fucked up, man. Like as if he's falling.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah? So this guy's like, he's holding onto the fence like as if he's falling and he can't walk, right? So he's walking sideways. This guy, old man, you can tell straight away, and he's got a hat on. All right? You're sitting in the passenger seat, okay? So you're nearest to the sidewalk. This guy stops right across from us, from where our windows are, right? Stops, absolutely frozen. JJ, bro, you're like, bro, what's that guy doing?
His tongue was out. He's gone. And pitch black eyes. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm gonna drive.
Yeah, no, straight away. This guy turns, still holding on to the fence.
His entire head turns, bro.
Black tongue. Yeah, and then he's looking straight at both of us. Shit. He's looking at us. And you're like, I'm like, bro, what is that? And you're like, I don't know. Let's go. Let's just go.
So scared.
And then I was like, what the fuck? So I go down to the end of the cul-de-sac. I do a U-turn and I face the car at the guy, turn the high beams on. And you're like, why are you doing this? Can't we just go?
Because you know what? In my head, I'm thinking this guy's got fucking powers. So he's just going to jump straight onto our car and eat our souls. That's what was going through my
head. He's just standing there staring at us. Deep breaths, pitch black eyes, like even the white bits in your eyes, all black. Everything's black. The surrounding area around his eyes are all black and smoggy looking. It looks strange. I've never seen anything like that before. That was scary, bro. The first thought you have when you see something like that is you get these feelings. You're like, this is something I've never experienced.
Like an adrenaline rush and a butterflies in the stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Fuck?
No, I don't like that.
What happens? And then, you're like, bro, drive. And I'm like, oh, but I want to see it.
Oh, fuck it up.
Do you, Jay, before we wrap up, do you remember if anyone's made any comments anywhere?
Inan always makes a comment, but I don't really give a fuck about him, so fuck you, Inan. He came over yesterday or day before, he's like, why don't you guys talk about my comments? I comment 80% of the time. Because you're fucking irrelevant. Shout out. Thank you for listening to another episode of No Grandma's Loud. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, follow us on our personal Instagram pages as well. JJ Noodle Snacks, Imran Batman, and follow us and like us on Facebook. That's about it. Talk to you later, Imran.
Alright, bro.
Take it easy.
Latest.